right, let's get into it. The Travis Hunter situation. Now, if you're here, you already know the deal. Travis Hunter, the college football phenom, Heisman winner, and future NFL first rounder. The man's a walking highlight reel. But the biggest story surrounding him right now, it's not even about football. It's about his relationship. Now, and y'all, the internet's been eating this up. Now, before we dive into the drama, let me just say this. I'm not here to tell anyone how to live their life. Relationships are complicated. But when you're in the public eye, every little thing gets magnified. And for Travis and his girlfriend, Leanna, the spotlight's been brutal. So grab a snack and sit back. We're about to break it down. Let's start with the video that started everything. A while back, an old clip resurfaced where Leanna admitted something that had people scratching their heads. She flat out said Travis wasn't her type. Yup, he wasn't my type. I left him in my DM for like 2 months. Bruh! 2 months. This man, future NFL star, just chilling in unread messages. And after 2 months, she finally responds. But wait, it doesn't stop there. They text for another 2 months before she even considers giving him a shot. And the reason she agreed to hang out with him, she needed a date for her friend's birthday party. I mean, come on, that's rough. And of course, the internet ran with it. People were saying she saw the stats. Suddenly, he's her type. And honestly, can you blame them? I'm not saying it's true, but the timing has people raising eyebrows left and right. Now, you'd think that would be the end of it. Just some old clip that people dug up, right? Nope. After every big game, there's been footage of Travis running up to Leanna to celebrate. And let's just say her energy's been off. Like you'd expect someone to be hyped for their boyfriend's success, right? But nah. Arms crossed, stone face, looking like she just got stuck at the DMV. One clip that really blew up was after Colorado's huge win over Oklahoma State. Travis is grinning ear to ear, and Leanna, she's standing there looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. Naturally, the comments were wild. Bro, how are you mad after a win? And it wasn't just one video. There's more. Fan meet and greets, luncheons, press conferences, and in almost every one, she seems like she's not having it. Take this one meet and greet event for an example. The place was packed with fans, all excited to meet Travis and show their support. Travis, being the people's champ, was in high spirits, signing autographs, taking photos, cracking jokes with the crowd. But right next to him, Leanna. And let's just say the vibe was completely different. Throughout the event, Leanna was sitting off to the side, scrolling on her phone, barely engaging with the fans or even Travis. At one point, Travis tried to bring her into the energy, asking her to join a group photo. Her response? One picture and that's it. And it wasn't just what she said. It was how she said it. Fans in the comments pointed out how she looked visibly annoyed, like she couldn't wait for the whole thing to be over. This wasn't lost on anyone. Fans started saying things like she's supposed to be the one hyping him up. Instead, it feels like she doesn't even want to be there. Others chimed in, calling her behavior dismissive and wondering how Travis could put up with it. It's moments like these that had people really starting to use the term red flag. When you're with someone in the spotlight, a meet and greet isn't just about autographs. It's about showing your support and being part of the team. But in this case, it seemed like Leanna wasn't interested in playing that role. Now here's where things get even crazier. Despite all the noise online, Travis isn't just dating her, he's planning to marry her. Yup, you heard that right. Travis went on the Pivot podcast and said he's marrying Leanna the second he signs his NFL contract. 2025, rookie year, we're getting married. Bro is locked in. And look, I'm not here to judge love, but a lot of people, including Shannon Sharpe.
And hopefully Coach Prime is able to say, bro, you love this woman. I'm happy for you. But just protect yourself. Protect your wealth down the road. The more, and I get it, yeah, I would have thought she see everybody else standing. She's still sitting down. I saw Coach Prime was hugging his mom, and he asked her to stand up.
Sharpe and Ocho Cinco had the same thought. Maybe pump the brakes a little. Sharpe didn't hold back. On his podcast Nightcap, he broke it down in classic Shannon fashion, blunt, real, and with that big brother energy. Sharpe basically said, look, I get it. You're young, in love, and feel invincible. But man, slow down. You got your whole life ahead of you. He compared it to his own younger days, where he admitted he didn't always listen to advice from the older guys around him. Sometimes the more people tell you to avoid someone, the harder you fall for them. It's like reverse psychology, and I've been there. Ocho Cinco chimed in with his 2 cents, and if you know Ocho, you know he's all about unapologetic love. But even he was like, man, marriage is a whole different level. The NFL changes things. When the money rolls in, the people around you change too. Ocho emphasized that being in the spotlight attracts all kinds of attention, not all of it good. Listen, I'm not saying she's bad for him, but I've seen it happen. Guys lose focus because of the wrong energy. You got to make sure she's really in it for you and not just the lifestyle. Sharp agreed, but doubled down, basically saying, I'm not against love, but protect your brand. You're not just an athlete anymore. You're a business. And that means guarding everything, including who's standing next to you. And honestly, that's some real talk. Sharp even joked, bro, get a prenup. I don't care how in love you are, just do it. Trust me. It's the kind of advice you'd expect from someone who's seen the NFL chew people up and spit them out. Sharp's lived it, and he's not shy about passing those lessons down. By the end of the segment, both Sharp and Ocho made it clear they're not hating on Travis's relationship. They just want him to move smart. And honestly, you can't argue with that. And just when things started to settle, boom, reports started flying around that Leanna allegedly had an OnlyFans account back in 2020. Yeah, people on social media dug up screenshots claiming that her old page was listed under the username LianaLen6. And let's be real, the internet doesn't miss anything. Now, let me be clear. There's nothing inherently wrong with having an OnlyFans or being a part of that world. Hustle is hustle. But for Travis, this seemed like news. Apparently, before they even met, Leanna was working as a stripper in Atlanta. While that's her past and her choice, it raised some eyebrows, especially given the narrative around their relationship. Fans immediately tied her past to their concerns, saying it fit with the gold digger stereotype they were painting for her. But it didn't stop there. Leanna herself took to live stream to address some of the backlash. During the stream, she shared that her partying days were a big part of her lifestyle before settling down with Travis. I used to go out all the time, she admitted. I would drink, party, and hang out with my friends at clubs for hours. And while that's not unusual behavior, what really stood out to fans was what she revealed about Travis during those times. He doesn't drink and he doesn't party, she said, but he'd always drive me. He would literally sit in the car outside the club for hours just waiting for me to finish. Yeah, let that sink in. Here's this guy, the future of college football, with talent that could take him to the NFL, sitting in his car while she partied all night. Fans couldn't wrap their heads around it. Comments started rolling in, saying things like, bro, she's living her best life while you're playing chauffeur. And to add more fuel to the fire, fans began connecting her past with her present, pointing out one specific detail that had everyone talking: the $sign tattoo on her ring finger. Yup, right where a wedding ring would go. For a lot of people, this tattoo became symbolic, a representation of the concerns that she was more interested in Travis's future wealth than his character. The internet absolutely ran with it. How are you going to have a $sign on your ring finger and not expect people to ask questions? It's moments like these that keep this story in the headlines. And while Leanna continues to defend herself, the growing pile of allegations and resurfaced clips isn't helping her case. As if the internet wasn't already buzzing enough, things hit another level when footage of Leanna in a music video started making rounds online. At first glance, it seemed harmless. Lots of people appear in music videos, but then fans noticed the details. In one scene, Leanna is wrapped around the rapper, her legs over his lap while he's rubbing her thighs. The chemistry was hard to ignore, and fans immediately started asking, is this just acting or was there something more? What really kicked the speculation into overdrive was the suggestion that the rapper in the video might be Leanna's ex-boyfriend. And here's where things got messy. Travis has said multiple times on live streams that he and Leanna have been together for 5 years. But this video, it was uploaded only 3 years ago. Fans couldn't help but do the math. If Travis and Leanna were already a couple, how does this music video fit into the timeline? It didn't take long for people to start questioning everything. Wait a minute, one fan wrote. If they've been together for 5 years, how's she doing that with another dude 3 years ago? Somebody explain this. For those already skeptical of their relationship, this This was the cherry on top. Critics flooded social media, calling Travis out for turning a blind eye. Now, to be fair, Travis isn't just sitting back and letting the internet run wild with its criticisms. He's taken to live streams multiple times to stand up for Leanna, defending their relationship against the constant scrutiny. Y'all don't know her like I do, he said during one stream. She's been with me since day one. Travis has consistently pushed back on the narrative that Leanna's only with him for his rising fame and fortune. According to him, she was there long before the Heisman spotlight, when he was just a high school athlete trying to make a name for himself. She was there when I was broke, he said. Y'all are just now paying attention to me, but she's been down since before the hype. That's a key point for Travis. The idea that their relationship predates his national stardom. In his eyes, this proves her intentions are genuine, even if the internet thinks otherwise. But it's not just the gold digger accusations he's addressing. Travis also talked about those now viral clips of Leanna looking uninterested after his games, the ones where she seemed disconnected or even annoyed during his big moments. Y'all see 7 seconds, he argued. You don't see the whole day. She's always there, just not in the way you expect. It's clear that Travis feels the internet is cherry-picking moments to fit a narrative. He's adamant that the relationship works in ways people outside of it can't understand. And then there's the biggest accusation of all, that she's only with him for his money. Travis shot that down quickly, saying, "She's not with me for money. I trust her. If I didn't, I wouldn't be with her." For Travis, trust is the foundation of their relationship, and he isn't about to let strangers on the internet convince him otherwise. But even with his passionate defense, there's one moment that fans just can't let go of: the Heisman ceremony. When Travis's name was called, it should have been a celebration, a life-changing moment for him and everyone in his corner. But instead, people focused on Leanna's lack of enthusiasm. As the cameras captured the crowd cheering, Leanna stayed seated. It wasn't until Coach Prime, Deion Sanders himself, leaned over and nudged her that she finally stood up. For many fans, that moment solidified their concerns. If your man wins the Heisman, how are you not the first one on your feet? And while Leanna later addressed this moment, claiming she didn't know when to stand because Travis's mom stayed seated, the damage was already done. People took it as yet another sign that she wasn't as invested in his success as she should be. But Travis, he's unwavering. In his eyes, Leanna's been through thick and thin with him, and no amount of online speculation will change that. He ended one live stream with a simple but strong statement. "At the end of the day, it's my relationship. I know what I have." Clearly, there's more to their dynamic than what we see in clips or read in comments. But when you're in the public eye, every moment, no matter how small, gets dissected, debated, and turned into a headline. And for Travis and Leanna, the scrutiny isn't going anywhere. At the end of the day, this is Travis's life. If he likes it, I love it. His happiness is what matters most. Not what the internet thinks, not what fans say, and definitely not the opinions of people scrolling through social media. But let's be real. The internet isn't letting this go anytime soon. The cameras are always on, and every single moment, every game, every live stream, every public appearance will be under a microscope. The second something looks off, you better believe it's going viral. And for a relationship in the public eye, that kind of scrutiny can either make you stronger or tear you apart. Here's the reality. Travis is young, insanely talented, and on the cusp of a life-changing NFL career. Whether his relationship with Leanna stands the test of time or not, that's something only the future will reveal. But one thing's for sure: the world is watching. This isn't just a relationship anymore. It's a storyline that fans and critics alike are following like a soap opera. So can Travis and Leanna tune out the noise and make it work? Or will the constant spotlight prove too much to handle? Time will tell. And you already know Hollywood won't miss a single scoop. Till next time.